All right, well, with early voting underway, a Chicago professor is helping Americans find the ethical qualities in a candidate from your local school board to the national stage.
Dr. John Pellicero is here to talk more about his new book, Voting for Ethics, a Guide for U.S. Voters. Dr. Pellicero, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
How do you find an ethical candidate in today's landscape?
Well, you have to sort of look at the characteristics of candidates and what they're actually saying. You know, are they going to serve the public interest? Are they committed to doing the best they can while they're in office for their constituents? Do they have, you know, the characteristics of being truthful and factual and talking about things that are relevant to voters right now? And that they overall demonstrate not only in their personal behavior, but how they conduct their campaigns, that they're interested in an ethical approach to politics.
And Dr. Pellicero, in your book, you say that you're encouraging people to look beyond party lines, to look past campaign promises. You know, how can folks do more to, I guess, to scrutinize candidates?
Well, information literacy is really important, I think, to being an ethical voter. And you have to take the time to be informed and to, you know, reach out and look for credible, reliable news sources, information sources that will tell you in a very objective fashion how candidates are conducting their campaigns, what they would bring, what they're committed to. And there are important things today that we look for that we probably didn't think much about even 4 years ago, that we need to find candidates who are committed to the rule of law and to a peaceful and ordinary transition of an office from loser to winner.
When you're looking at today's landscape of politics, if you go back 50 years, politics was boring. And it's almost like a wrestling match now, where the loudest, most outrageous thing wins. Is that healthy for our society?
No, I don't think that what we're seeing today is healthy. There was a time, as you pointed out, when our political opponents were looked at as the loyal opposition. We would argue, we would debate, we had different positions on public policies, but at the end of the day, after the vote was done and a piece of legislation or policy was agreed upon, we respected our opponent. But, you know, really starting in about the 1990s, mid-1990s, we saw that change in which Democrats and Republicans came to view one another not as opponents, but more as enemies that you should constantly be arguing with and never finding the bipartisan agreement that's so often needed in our democracy.
That was kind of the Newt Gingrich, Bill Clinton rivalry, wasn't it?
Exactly, Sean. And Gingrich laid out a strategy for how they were going to, you know, win the White House back, and it took a while, but it was about, you know, doing everything you can to demean and try to create controversy involving the other political party and your political opponents.
And with just about 30 seconds or so left, what would you say to folks out there who are having trouble, regardless of if it's the presidential race or a local race, with finding the candidate that they think is most ethical?
Yeah, I mean, I think step back, stay away from the noise, stop looking at social media and the talking heads that are constantly on cable television, and you know, find a way to research on your own and become informed about what are the candidates really saying, what are they committed to, and the way they conduct their campaigns is a good indication of how they're going to conduct themselves in public office.
All right, well, Dr. Pellicero, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And you can find his book, Voting for Ethics, on Amazon. Again, thank you so much for being here with us.
Just go onto Amazon and search for his name, not necessarily that entire link.
Voting for Ethics, a guide for U.S. voters, to be a little more specific. There you go.
We're going to put this online at WGNTV.com, so you don't have to write out all of that.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So Amazon.com is where you can find it. Dr. Pellicero, thank you very much. Hey, Tim.
I've already memorized that website. What are you talking about? Super easy. Rolls off the tongue. Look